GB News has uncovered fresh and astonishing evidence of the way in which French authorities are not just failing to intervene and stop migrant boat launches, but are actively handing out life jackets and now even free drinks to migrants. Now, this comes as the German Chancellor promises to make it illegal for people smugglers to operate in his country. Why wasn't it already? But nothing will happen for at least another 6 months. Well, our Home and Security Editor Mark White joins us now. And Mark, you've encountered a mountain of video evidence, and the first you're about to show us today exclusively shows just how easy that journey from the French jungle to a UK luxury Hotel Britannia is.
Yes, Martin, lots of people very concerned about the way in which those coming from a jungle in France come here to the UK and are immediately given these very plush hotels. Well, we can see one individual here who is in the jungle just awaiting his chance to get to the UK. Let's take a look at that first. Yes, with the natty music as always accompanying these videos, this gentleman here preening himself, making sure that he's looking nice for the camera as he posts that particular video. And then a couple of days after this video is taken, that same chap is on a boat in the middle of the English Channel alongside his fellow migrants being escorted, as is now routine, by the French Navy across the busy shipping lanes to ensure that they make it safely to UK waters. And of course, greeting them, waiting for them in UK waters, as is again now routine, is a Border Force vessel, which we'll see just in the next few moments on these images. You can see that the conditions there pretty flat, calm, because we're now into the summer months where making that passage is so much easier. And there, a Border Force catamaran just waiting for that boat to enter UK waters as it does there. And then, just a couple of days after this video was taken, after Border Force take them on board and safely return them to Dover Harbour, that same migrant in a hotel looking pretty pleased with his surroundings. You can still see him preening and making sure that his hair is in place. And it looks like a very nice hotel to me, Martin. And this is very typical of those who come across the English Channel, who live for weeks, sometimes months, in a jungle. But yet, when they come here, they are given the best of accommodation.
You know, Mark White, we hear all the time, this is people fleeing war zones, the arduous journey. I've been on worse stag do's. That looks like a Jolly Boys tour. They're being escorted in. They're in a hotel room, actually, that many people watching this show could barely ever afford. And Mark White, of course, more evidence from you. The French and the Germans simply standing by and accused of doing almost nothing, even enabling the Channel crossing. You've got some more evidence for us?
Well, yes. I mean, the Germans have been accused of doing nothing to stop people smugglers using their country for the trade in these boats coming across to France. And the French, of course, accused of not doing anything to stop the boats from launching on the beaches, but instead, as we saw in that previous video there, escorting the boats safely over to UK water. But not just that, the handing out of life jackets, and as we found in this particular video that we can show you, handing out bottled waters. This gentleman is his bottle of water there. And the thumbs up to the lifeboat crew from Berck in northern France as they hand over another packet containing bottled water. Cheers and whoops from the migrants to the French for doing that for them. And we've got some more video that we can show you of just this morning. This is Gravelines, which is a beach, a stretch of beach near Dunkirk, which is a popular launching point for migrants. Any day that we have good weather, you're Pretty much guaranteed that on this beach there will be a migrant launch. But can you see any French police there? None at all that we can see. Just lots of migrants, about 70 of them or so, just waiting, now running into the water and waiting. And they're waiting for a taxi boat. We've heard about the phenomenon of taxi boats in recent months. These are boats that are assembled in the river tributaries nearby, come down the river into the sea, and there it is, just offshore. Now look at that, that's only waist height. So very close to the shore. We have been told repeatedly by Yvette Cooper that the French authorities are adopting more robust tactics to push these boats back. When is that going to happen? Because as you'll see in a second here, a French rigid inflatable right alongside this boat. Is it pushing the migrant boat back? No. Instead, they're handing more life jackets to the migrants that don't have those life jackets for their journey across to the UK.
Mark White, it's absolutely astonishing. People watching this will not believe their eyes. It's an utter farce. We're paying for all of this. Maybe once and for all, it's just time to defund the French. What else can we do to stop this nonsense? Mark White, you're the best in the business. More incredible footage, as difficult as it is to watch. Please keep it coming. Thank you, Mark White. Always a pleasure.
Have you had a random call lately from a strange number, maybe trying to sell you something or even scam you? If so, your info could be out there. That's because of data brokers, shady companies that scrape the internet for your personal details and sell them to marketers or even scammers. These days, scammers can even use AI to mimic your friends' voices and trick you into sending money. It's not just annoying. Data brokers often target vulnerable people with high-interest loans or sketchy offers. But there is a solution. Incogni, the sponsor of this video. Incogni contacts data brokers on your behalf and requests your info be deleted from their databases. And because your data can keep popping up, Incogni keeps sending removal requests to make sure it stays gone. They've just launched a new unlimited plan with custom removals. If you find your info on a weird website, just send them the link and their privacy team will work to get it taken down. Getting started is easy. Hit the link in the description, create your account and let Incogni handle the rest. It's risk-free for 30 days and you'll get 60% off an annual plan with the code GBNews. Take back control of your data with Incogni.
There they are, they're in water. It's still relatively shallow. It's just about waist height there. But there's no effort by the French, much promised effort, to push that boat back as more and more people clamber on board the boat. And it's absolutely full to overflowing. Not safe, of course, to make that journey to the UK. And look, here's the French. And what are they doing? They're handing out more life jackets
on your way
to these migrants. Again, this process that many have criticised as enabling. They're right up alongside that boat, but are they pushing the boat back? No, they're not pushing the boat back. They're giving life jackets out to these migrants.
And they know it's perfectly safe because those people have just been standing in that water.
Yep.
And it's hard to view that footage as anything other than facilitation from the French authorities, thinking, you know what, good stuff. These people are leaving France, so we can push them their way to the UK.
I think that's one of the most damning videos you've shown us in the last however long.
Yeah.
You're seeing it all there,
well,
completely clear.
A few more videos.
Oh, please do.
That speaks to the issue around how pivotal Germany is to the people smuggling business and how the Germans have been asked, urged, pleaded with for years to actually change their laws to enable them to go after people smugglers, which they've not done thus far. We're told today that they are going to agree to this, but not for another 6 months. You know, we've waited since 2018 for a change in the law. That's not happened yet, and it won't happen for another 6 months. So let's show you this video, first of all. This is a video nicely sped up for you. This is in Turkey, and this is a gentleman who has received a small boat made in the back streets of China, in backstreet factories. They're shipped by land to Turkey, where they're then inflated here, check to make sure that they're OK. We can show you the next video now that shows that boat having been assembled, the backboard put on the boat where the engine can be attached to, and that is in a warehouse there before being deflated and then shipped to Germany. Next video we want to show you is here. Cans being filled up with petrol, cars being stuffed full of those petrol cans, of the components for these small boats, the boats themselves, life jackets, and this is a convoy. I mean, look at them, all that dangerous fuel that's in these vehicles, and a convoy of about 4 of these vehicles head to France. This is them having now arrived in France from Germany, and all of the life jackets and other parts to build the boat are handed out to the migrants who are waiting for them in a housing estate along the French coast.
Mark, an extraordinary series of videos there.